First at 6, a lack of who is patrolling the skies, keeping you safe, could have a major impact on how we receive things that we need.
Yeah, right now there's a desperate need for air traffic controllers. And all new tonight, Fox 46's chief transportation correspondent, Hawker Vanguard, is live at the Concord Airport in Hawker. The process to fill these spots is pretty tough.
Yeah, it truly is a thinning pool of qualified candidates that we're dealing with here, but there's a good reason for that. There aren't a lot of candidates who are qualified in air traffic controlling just sitting around at home looking for a job. Now, specifically, we're talking about 10 contract control towers here in North and South Carolina. We were given exclusive access to one of them, the one here at Concord Regional Airport, to tell our story tonight. I'll tell you, we found out why Senator Tillis is making a big push to get more qualified controllers up in these towers. A shortage faced by airports in the Carolinas is close to reaching a critical level.
The Delta altimeter 3040.
Airports are running low on people who want to push tin for a living, and it's not by choice.
I mean, it's the only job you can get that pays you to stare out a window all day long and watch airplanes fly, which is totally amazing to me.
William Garris spent the last 35 years in front of a scope, says it was the best decision he's ever made. And even after retiring from the Navy, William said he wanted to keep working the sky, stacking the traffic.
A puzzle that changes constantly, and it just keeps you very interested in what's going on around you.
William joined Robinson Aviation, one of the first contracting firms to offer controller services. In the Carolinas, they support 10 airports from Concord to Grandstand and Hickory to Hilton Head. CEO Jim Slate.
We do all things associated with air traffic control in addition to operating the control towers.
Slate has joined forces with a bipartisan group of lawmakers, including Senator Tillis of North Carolina, to pass the Contract Act. The resolution would allow retired FAA controllers to work for contracting companies without losing part of their pension. Current regulations mandate FAA controllers retire by the age of 56, a heavy burden on our national airspace.
With 257 control towers now operated by private companies such as ours, there's a tremendous need for air traffic controllers.
Could take anywhere from 2 to 6 years to get qualified. So in these contract towers, if we can get retired FAA people to come in, we don't have to wait as long.
To continue moving essential cargo and passengers as our country begins to rebuild. I'll tell you how truly all hands on deck this measure is. We have Republicans, Democrats, union, and even labor on board with this. NATCA and the air traffic controllers agreeing that this is a dire situation. Now, as far as that measure goes, it still needs to be heard by a committee, and we'll be tracking that bill's progress, of course. Now, something when I was interviewing Jim Slate there, the CEO of Robinson Aviation, that stood out to me was just how truly cornered controllers were during COVID. This is what he had to say.
Our controllers work in a very confined space. Unfortunately, technology doesn't allow us to do it over webinars. We can't do it from home. We've got to be physically in the control tower, and we're wearing a headset. And so we share keyboards, we share equipment, we work in close space to each other. So it's a challenge. We've had our share of COVID.
And Hawker, by the way, the training to become a controller seems very detailed. This isn't something you can just, pull someone off the street for. Are there any major requirements that people have to meet?
Well, when you want to become an air traffic controller, the most basic one is that you need to pass a background check. If you can do that, if you can have no felonies and pass that, it's on to a medical exam. These FAA medical exams are the same ones given to pilots. After that, you have to meet an age requirement. Now, you need to be younger than the age of 35 when you go to the academy. Now, contrary to popular belief, though, you don't need a college degree to make this job work for you. It's actually one of the highest paid non-degree jobs you can get. And now, at last check, I looked at a figure from 2018, and the median income there was $127,000 for anywhere in the middle of being in your career with an air traffic controller. Live here at the Concord Airport. I'm Hawker Vanguard, Fox 46.
And it certainly is a big job, Hawker thinks.